Give and take. The old trap card from Duelist Pack USA. Yeah, this is insane that this has gone this far. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So there are some things kind of going sideways today that I wanted to talk about. We're going to start off over here with give and take. Now, for those of you that don't remember what in the heck this is a card that's been in bulk for years, and it only has ever had one printing. But let's just summon a monster from your graveyard to your opponent's side of the field in defense mode. Okay. And increase the level of one monster you control by the level of the special summon monster until the end phase. So this card doesn't negate what we special summon to our opponent's field. Time to gimmick puppet lock our opponent. That's right, everybody. For whatever reason right now, we are seeing that people are looking to this card as a substitute for Albion to gimmick puppet lock your opponent. Nowhere at any point in time did I say this was a good idea. I'm just looking at what's going on with the market and the buyouts with this card that we're seeing. And yes, this card is cratered off of the market. Like, I'm at the point that I'm going to have to go through bulk to try to find some of these. If this card, I actually saw some of these sell for $20 a piece. And there's going to be no way that we're going to see Give and Take get a reprint anytime soon. But this is one of those cases. This is why we enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh's 25-year history, because stupid cards like this find a way to do the thing. And also keep in mind, I mean, yes, you do have to have a monster on your field, according to the best of my knowledge of reading this. Especially when a monster your opponent's side of the field in defense mode, and then you increase the level of 1 month. That's not optional. It all looks like that's all part of one effect. So, ancient card text for 500. But really, we're doing this? This was the most hilarious thing I wanted to point out today. Give and Take is completely bought out. Next up is Waboku, the Threatening Roar. The whole squad of these stop your opponent from getting a battle phase. I guess it also includes the very so classically Thunder of Ruler as well. So we've gotten to the point out here that we got a lot of people that are scared of Tenpai Dragons. And they are scared so much to the point right now that we're seeing, it's very interesting because like Super Threatening Roars haven't had a crazy movement. And the good news is if you're playing any one of these cards, they're typically going to be a one of anyway. So it's not like you're going to be spending a huge amount of money. It's just something that you can thrust on into and set. Something for you to get the game back to your turn. I guess my biggest concerns when looking at, using these preventative measures are your deck needs to be able to close out a game. If you cannot close out the game or put yourself into a genuine position, looking at these sorts of stop preventative measure cards aren't going to do anything for you. You are going to get reverse blown out. You're going to be sitting here, you're going to be like, what just happened? I was told that Thunder Ruler, Threatening Roar, these power cards, these are so good. And it's like, yes, they are, but if you're playing jank, these aren't going to help you. So I guess, like, to the people that are looking at Threatening Roar, as a card to, be able to use to stop these decks from going sideways, yes, they will, all right? But it's going to be a one-of. It's going to be, a side option at best, and I mean, it's cool the Labyrinth can rotate on into it, but that's about it. That's my story with this. It's kind of cool to see that people are looking at this and going, yes, I can play Threatening Roar again. Mor of Avarus. Now, I had to look at this card. Well, okay, so you have to banish a fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster you control to draw 2 cards. You can only activate 1 Mor of Avarus per turn. And this was from Power of the Elements, right? Yeah, this is some interesting little, this was a TCG exclusive card, right? And now I'm sitting here and we've been seeing this card. It's had the card itself hasn't bumped up in price. It's just, we've had a very large amount of sales on Mor of Avarus. Now, one of the first things that, I kind of look at here, I mean, we can play this in Goaty, right? Like, any sort of fish deck we are expecting, Rage of the Abyss is coming in the near future. So when you have Konami announcing a core set that literally includes the words or the implication of, rather, water in it, everybody starts going, I gotta grab everything, all right? Trust me, all right, on this. It's like you're literally like an addict out here looking for, you're like, I'm gonna grab every little thing that I can. And it's like, I guess the Mor of Avarus could have an application, but my biggest concern still is I have to banish that I control, which means I had to commit some sort of extension to the card to get the 2-for-2 filter. And I'm not really digging that, actually. I think that this card is basically strictly built on the current phase of hype, and that's fine. Alright, there's nothing wrong with that. But you can still get copies of this card really, really cheaply. And that's not to say that Konami won't be, bringing down a reprint on this in the possible near future. You just need to be patient with it. Can't believe I'm saying that, but they're like 50 cents. Go nuts. Ritual Beast. Rempengus are like $20 right now. We were watching Ritual Beast Elder Tamer like $8 to $10. Like, what's going on here? Like, we know all too well that there are going to be reprints for these cards, more than likely in the upcoming battle set. Konami is not going to not reprint these things. Are you afraid that, like, do we really need a max? Do we consider the Astro Pack Rempengu max rarity? Or are we going to want that nice secret rare that's coming out here? If the rest of your deck is going to be available in nice secret rare, why do I want to downgrade just my supers so they look nice? I don't understand that. I mean, Konami, they could not reprint certain things here. They've done that before in the past, but I'm looking at this and I'm like, man, we're seeing these cards spiking in such crazy directions that I'm just like, I'm genuinely impressed to see what people are willing to spend on this stuff. And that's not to say, Infernoid stuff has definitely calmed down as well. Like, given, it's just Ritual Beast is the abnormality out of everything out here. I haven't even looked at Gen X stuff yet. Story for another day, actually. But to see that this Ritual Beast stuff is hitting, I would say these are all-time highs, honestly. But $20 a Rempengu. Why are we spending this on these Rempengus? I don't get it. We'll wait and see how this goes. I don't see a world where, this gets off too easily, or a lot of people are going to get burned, but the writing it's over there, all right? It says, reprints beware, and people are like, nope, $60 for a set of Rempengus, let's go. Sure, and I want to talk about Terrot Toop here for the last little bit here. Terrot Toop, we found the Alti. I think this thing is starting to hit about the $70 mark. Some of the lower rarity versions, I believe supers, as of filming, we're hitting like $750 today. I'm not surprised. There's a lot of genuine rank 3 hype that's going on out here. A lot of people also kind of think Konami's going to move Terrot Toop on a future list to 3, and that's fine. I mean, good on the Speedroid duelists out here that have been waiting for the chance to play this stuff. All right, good on you. I'm proud of you. All right, you've waited very patiently. If it's one of your favorite anime decks, it's good. But from what we're seeing here, this thing is starting to go pretty well around here. We'll have to wait and see. We're heading on into Infinite Forbidden this weekend. Or next week, we might see more Goblin support. I mean, it's definitely on the table, and that just is another reason for people to want to have Terror Tops. If the July set's going to have, more Goblin support, and that means that people are going to be gobbling up this stuff. It's terrible pun intended, but that's genuinely what you look for. And I mean, also, people are also speculating that Rage of the Abyss means Burning Abyss support for whatever reason. Possibly. I mean, we're at the point that we're deciphering names for this stuff, and hey, Terrot Toop and Speedroids. I mean, hey, that's a free Dante, right? Just special to Terrot Toop, special to Takum board, make a Dante. Hey, look, we're good to go. Mill 3, mission accomplished. So that is everything for today. We're in a little bit of a dry spout right now until next week. That's fine. I will say that we got some stuff coming. You guys have a good rest of your day, all right? Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.